name is Kimberley Woolan and this is my practical simulation assessment. I've checked all of the equipment that is required for this session for any faults or possible hazards for my client. All equipment in the area are safe and in correct working order. The area is now safe to trim. I've already created the session plan and prepared the required equipment for the client's upcoming session. The equipment I intend to use is set up in order to make sure the session will run efficiently for my client. I've made sure my client knows the location of the training session and I've confirmed that my client will arrive 10 minutes prior to the session. My client has already filled out a pre-exercise questionnaire when we first met to organise this training session. I've reread my training session before my client arrives to make sure that I understand and remember the upcoming session. Hi, I'm Kim. I'm your personal trainer today.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leah.
Nice to meet you, Leah. So you've already filled out your pre-exercise questionnaire?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So we'll just go through some questions just related to that before we get into the session. Is that all right?
Yeah, no worries.
Cool. Awesome. Just take a seat. All right. So just some health questions just relating so we know what you can and can't do.
Yep.
Do you have any medical conditions that may be dangerous for you to participate in any physical activity?
No.
No. Do you ever experience unexplained chest pain at rest or during activity?
No.
That's good. Do you have type 1 or 2 diabetes?
No.
Very good. Have you been diagnosed with any muscular, bone or joint problems that could be made worse by participating in the activity?
No.
Cool. Are you already physically active?
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you currently do for exercise?
I do the gym, go for walks, go for runs, and netball training.
Netball, that's really good. Team sport's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are your main fitness goals?
I've got a couple of different ones. I'd like to work on my core strength,
Yeah.
my endurance for netball,
Yeah.
and just being able to run a longer distance so I can participate in triathlons,
Oh yeah.
running events and whatnot.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as we've already done your pre-exercise questionnaire, you selected that you do have asthma.
Yep.
I've asked how that affects your day-to-day life, and you stated that you do run short of breath sometimes.
Yep.
So, to look after you during this program, we're going to do a few things. So, I will monitor your breathing and make sure that, like, if you get a bit tired, that we'll slow down and take a rest.
Yep.
We'll watch your heart rate and just make sure that you have your puff rate training.
Yep.
And I'll just moderate the intensity of some of the exercises so it's not too strenuous. So Leah, are you ready to get started?
Yep.
Yeah. And so today we're going to go through some strength training, some cardiovascular exercise. Then I'll do an innovative cardio like little circuit, and then we'll just do some stretching.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Let's go. All right, Leah. So to start with, we're just going to do a sit-up test just to see where your baseline fitness is at and see what you're capable of. So first off, I'll demonstrate how to do a sit-up. We're just going to do them with our knees at like a 90 degree and back. Try and keep your back flat on the ground, so really engage your core. And we're going down, and we're just going to get our hands to go straight past our knee and just lift through your core, up and release back down. And up and release back down. And we're just going to see how many you can do, because then we'll retest this again in 4 weeks and see your improvement.
Yes.
Yep, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's it. You just need to take your hands just past your knees. That's it. And we just make sure we're always breathing on the way out, on the way up. That's it. It's really good. You did really well, Leah. So you've done 20 sit-ups in 30 seconds. That's a really good fitness level. So we'll just look at that again in 4 weeks when we retest your fitness, and we'll see that we can improve on that. All right, let's do the next one. Leah, we're going to perform some push-ups. So this is a strength-based test, so working our chest and using our middle back muscles. So to start with, I'll show you the correct technique. Are you able to perform them on your toes, or do you prefer your knees?
Let's go the knees.
Let's go knees. All right. So I'll show you on your toes to start with because it's something to build to, and then I'll show you on your knees as well. All right. Alright, so what you always have your hands directly under your shoulders, feet hip width apart, and then you just literally, it's a chest exercise, so you're lowering your chest to the ground and pushing back up. Always breathing out on the push back up, so in and out. So that was on your toes. So we'll start with on our knees. So the same thing, just keep your knees directly under your hips, your hands just out in front, and you're lowering your whole body, including your bottom, down to the ground and pushing back up. Pushing back up. Just like that. Just make sure you look a little bit forward so you're keeping your spine nice and neutral. I'll get you to do it and I'll just watch your technique. Awesome. Very good. And just eyes a little bit in front so you keep your spine nice and neutral. That's it. So by doing a push-up, we're engaging our pectoral minor and major, our triceps, our biceps, our deltoids. By engaging your core, you're stabilising your body and using your quads as well. So that's it. Very good. Really good, Leah. So you just performed 15 push-ups on your knees. So that's awesome. You'll be able to be on your toes in no time at all. That's really good.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks.
No worries. All right, Leah. So next up, we're still doing strength exercises. So we're going to do an arm exercise. We're going to do a single arm dumbbell row on the bench here. So I'll demonstrate first, and then I'll get you to do like 10 reps each side. I've chosen a 4 kilo weight because I think you'll be capable of that. Yeah. All right. So to start with, we'll do our right arm. So we put our left knee up on the bench. Yep. Just hang your foot over the end, and arm just in front of your shoulder, just under your shoulder there. Yep. And all you're doing is you're pulling up, and you're using your back muscles. So you're really pulling. Squeeze the shoulder blade at the top, and drop it back down. Squeezing the shoulder, and dropping it back down. Engage your core so you stabilise your body, and then you'll really just be using your back muscles. Yep. Just like that. Yep. Beautiful. So by squeezing at the top, you're using your rhomboids, your latissimus dorsi, and you're engaging your triceps as well. By breathing your belly button into your spine, you're just really stabilising your body and isolating the shoulder and back muscles. Really nice, really good technique. Beautiful. Okay, Leo, so up next we're going to do weighted lunges. We've got 4 kilo weights in each hand. And I'll just demonstrate first, and then I'll get you to perform. We'll do 10 each side, and then we'll see how we're going with form.
No worries.
And then we'll step forward, and we're dropping our back knee to the ground, so our front knee doesn't go past our toes. Back up, and push back. Yep. And forward, down, and up, yep. And push back. Engage your core, so you're just using your lower body, and the weights to just sort of help you balance and just to add a bit of weight to the exercise.
No worries.
Give that a go. We'll just pause there for a second, Leah. Just lengthen your stride a little bit so your front knee doesn't go past your toes, because we're working the back leg.
Okay.
So we want to drop the back knee to the ground,
Yep.
and the front knee just bends with the movement. So we'll try that again. That's much better. Really good, yeah. So by doing lunges, we're using our quadriceps, our hamstrings, we're engaging our glutes, and again by stabilising our core, we're just working our lower body. That's really nice form. Okay, Leah, so we're outside now. We're going to do some shuttle runs. So we're working on our aerobic energy system. So it's good to see you've got your Fitbit on, because we're going to be working for our 70 to 80% of our heart rate max. I figured out your heart rate max is about 160, 158. So we're going to be working for about 135, around about that range. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 6 up and backs. Yep. Have a 30-second break, and repeat that for 10 minutes, just so we've got oxygen to get into our muscles. Yep. But we're working our aerobic energy system. Alright, so we'll just Yeah, go. That's good. Maybe a little bit faster this one. That's it, we're nearly there. One more after that, and then we're done. That was great. Really got your body going. Yeah, awesome. Now, what's your heart rate on your Fitbit? Yeah, 134. That's awesome. That's right in the aerobic energy system. So that's where you want to be at, and that'll help you increase your endurance when you're doing your aggressive netball and your fun runs and all that sort of stuff. No worries. Swim bike. Whenever we get on a swim bike, we just need to make sure the seat's at hip height and the handlebars are about the same height, so you got a slight bend in the wrist when you're gripping the handlebars. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're working our ATP PC energy system. So we're working to build lactic acid for short bursts. That'll help with netball, it'll help with your all-over endurance for your fun runs and all that like transition sort of stuff.
Yep.
So we're going to do 20 seconds of maximal intensity,
Yep.
20 seconds rest, and we'll repeat for 5 minutes, sorry, just this one, 5 minutes. So we're just going as hard as you can. Make sure the load, you've got enough resistance, so you have got resistance to pedal against, and then just enough for your legs to keep spinning in the rest, and then you load up again and go heavy.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to just have a nice consistent load on there. Alright, let's go 20 seconds, maximum effort, as fast as you can. That's it, engage your core so those legs are just spinning. Beautiful. Good, so this is recovery, this is get some lots of oxygen back into your lungs, so you've got oxygen to pump to your working muscles. Recovery, lots of deep breaths, and then you'll be up for maximal effort again. And let's go, maximum effort. As fast as you can. Beautiful, make sure you keep breathing. And recover. Just keep the legs turning over. This just builds up that lactic acid in the muscles, which will, in turn, you'll be able to work harder before you make lactic acid in the working muscles. Really good. We've got good resistance there. And rest, and just keep your legs turning over. Yeah, that's good. So the last component of our training today, we've got innovative cardio. So I've organised just a little circuit, so it's just to keep your cardiovascular system working. It helps with your endurance. All this will help with your endurance for netball and triathlons, fun runs, whatever you want to do. It's all about fat burning zone. So we've got 4 exercises we do back to back. It's all about keeping your heart rate up and down off the ground. I'll demonstrate what we're going to do. We're going to do some jumping jacks, some push-ups. You can do those on your knees again. And then we're going to do some squat jumps. So I'll show you how to do those correctly. And then we're going to do some Russian twists. And again, I've just got a 4 kilo kettlebell, so it's just turning from side to side. I'll demonstrate that for you as well. So to start with, we're just doing some jumping jacks. We're doing 5 of each exercise, just like that, hands touching at the top. We're down on the mat for push-ups.
And 5 of those as well?
Yeah, 5 push-ups. Same as before, keeping your spine nice and neutral, lowering your whole body. 5 of those. Up into squat jumps. So we're just squatting down, and just a little jump at the top, just like that. And then we're down on the mat again for a Russian twist. So knees out in front, keep your feet on the ground, just back at a 45-degree angle, and turning. That's 1 each side, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll repeat that circuit 4 times, and we'll be working our whole body. Cool. All right, let's go. So all of these exercises are working your whole body, which is awesome. So we're using our quadriceps, we're using all three components of our glutes, our gluteus, medius, maximus and minimus. We're using our hip flexors, our core, our obliques, our rhomboids, our biceps, our triceps. We're using everything in this exercise. And it keeps your heart rate up, so it's good fat burning. That's it, just engage your core so you're not straining your back. Beautiful. That's really good. And back to the start. So we're in our last round, so 5 really strong push-ups. That's it. Make sure you're breathing out on the push-up. That's it. Jump squats, nice wide base. That's it. And jump. Maybe a little depth on this last one. Beautiful. Good job. Finishing off with our Russian twist. Very good. How do you feel after that?
Great!
Oh, that's awesome. You've done really well in this training session. So now we'll just go through some stretches because it's always good once your muscles are warm to stretch and to help cool down.
Yep.
Okay, so we're finished training now. So we're going to finish off with 3 stretches. We'll do a quad stretch, a glute stretch, and we'll do a pectoral stretch for our arm as well. So we'll do each stretch for 30 seconds and repeat it twice, just so we're really stretching our muscles out really well at the end of the session. So to start with, we'll do our glute stretch, which is called a pigeon stretch. So I'll show you how to do it. So I always just start in a push-up position, and then feed your leg through and drop your back foot back, and stretch right out in front, and you'll feel it right through your glutes, right through there. And we hold for 30 seconds. Then we'll do a quad stretch. So for balance, you can hold a pole, or you just pull your quad back. Hold your knees together. Squeeze your glute, and you'll feel it right up through the hip flexor as well. Then we'll come over to the pole and we'll do our pectoralis stretch. So just arm against the pole, body straight, and we're just pushing pressure against the pole, and turn your body away, and you'll feel it right through your pec into your shoulder. So we'll do each of those for 30 seconds, and then repeat again. Cool? Awesome. And obviously with the glute stretch and the quad stretch and the pec stretch, we do each side of our body. Awesome. Just try and keep your knees together. That's it. When you squeeze your glute, you'll feel it right up through your hip flexor. And just push against the pole so you feel it right through the front of your chest.
I can really feel that.
Yeah, that's good. Can you feel that side as well? Yeah, good. Yeah, so thanks so much for that today, Leah. How was the session?
Really good.
Yeah.
Explained things so well to me that it's fun I can pick it straight up, so thank you.
Awesome. So again, we'll reassess in 4 weeks with our fitness testing. And then hopefully we've got great improvements from there because your form was really well today.
Thank you.
No worries, I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
No worries. This section is for special populations. So for a client that presents with high blood pressure, it's really important to get medical clearance from their GP or an allied health professional if they're seeing one before commencing any exercise program. There are limitations in training someone with hypertension. For example, movement or lifting of heavy objects above the heart level puts the heart under way too much pressure. Make sure your client understands the great health benefits of exercise in managing and controlling their blood pressure. I would recommend light weight-bearing exercises as well as cardiovascular training. Modified exercises are best for those with hypertension. Instead of an overhead press, you get your client to perform a front or lateral raise with dumbbells to not put the heart under so much pressure. Another example of a client in the special populations is a client with a lower back injury. Again, vital to get medical clearance from a GP or allied health professional. Certain exercises and movements should be avoided. For example, weighted squats with a barbell will only put way too much pressure on the spine and lower back. Instead, I would recommend a football wall squat, helping to take the pressure and load off the injured area. It's also a great idea to increase core exercises and build a strong core, because this will support the back and improve the posture. Although it is good to build a strong core, exercises like toe touches and Russian twists will only put more pressure on the lower back. They'll round the spine and add more pressure to the lumbar curve. I then have a client who presents with a pre-existing shoulder injury, so our main focus is to strengthen the muscles supporting the shoulder, the rotator cuff muscles. For example, the subscapularis and the teres minor muscles, which connect the scapula to the humerus and provide support to the glenohumeral joint. For example, a client with a sports-related injury like shoulder tendonitis will feel pain when trying to complete exercises above the head. So to avoid the likes of a shoulder press, and include front or lateral raises to build and target and strengthen the shoulder. Thanks for watching my practical simulation.